Hello, Tim. Oh, wait. Let me give you a finger with those packages.
Hey, you know something? It just dawned on me that every time you point your finger, it carries a lot of weight.
I'll be polite, Tim, and ignore that unfortunate pun.
What's the matter? Aren't you feeling well? The pills. You're taking some pills over.
Oh, just a memory pill, Tim. I'm probing Earth's gravitational field for a weak zone through which my spaceship might escape. This last pill gives me all there is to know in the field of geoelectronics.
You know, it must be the light in this room or something, but for a moment there I could have sworn that your skin was all covered with green polka dots. It is.
Balls of rocket fire, no.
Well, what is it?
Well, apparently I've developed an allergy from taking all those pills. I dare not even take a medical science pill to learn the cure.
Well, can't you do something? Maybe I could call a doctor.
And have him see me like this?
Well, maybe we could get one that's colorblind. You know, you're right, Uncle Martin. You can't just go walking around looking like a green leopard. Even Mrs. Brown would know something's wrong.
A little flesh-colored makeup will handle that, Tim. I'm disturbed about something far more serious. Without these pills, I won't be able to complete my gravity studies before the solar storms pass. Everything on every subject on Earth and on Mars is stored in these pills. Without them, I'm an ignoramus.
Oh, now, come on, Uncle Martin. If you're an ignoramus, what does that make me? I had to ask.
I'm sorry, Tim. I didn't mean to be insulting. It's just that we Martians use 100% of our brain while you use only 10% of yours.
10%? What happens to the other 90%? Or is that just to keep my hairline from joining up with my eyebrows?
I'm afraid so. Now, how can I get these pills into usable form?
Maybe I could put a sign outside. Vacancy. One empty head to let.
Exactly.
Exactly what?
Tim, I'm not being insulting, but you just made a very intelligent observation. You're empty-headed. Sitting on those big, broad shoulders of yours is a great, big, beautiful 90% empty head.
Well, thanks a lot.
It's a perfect storehouse for all that's in these pills.
Oh, you're not going to get me to do it. Now, I may not have much up here, but what I do have is mine. I won't do it. No, I won't do it.
I knew you wouldn't let me down, Tim.
Since you're going to turn me into a human computer, don't you think it would be a little more accurate to say, Tim, I knew I could count on you?
See? See, your puns are already more intelligent. Now, this intellectuometer will measure your brain power. You may go to sleep now, Tim.
But I'm not sleepy.
Now, Tim, once you've consumed these pills that are in this glass, you will be the most brilliant, most highly educated man on Earth. Drink. Drink more. More. Now, Tim, the most important point. So that you will still be able to pursue a normal life, I want you to be totally unaware of how brilliant you are. Only this signal will switch you to your full powers. Then the same signal, and instantly your mind goes back to normal. Open your eyes. Awaken.
Well, I don't feel any smarter, but I feel fuller. Here, not here. Good. Oh, and an electrometer, a rather crude but mildly effective device for measuring mental capabilities. That's
enough.
Wow. What's enough? Uncle Martin, do you realize that for a minute there, my head it seemed like it was full of all the answers in the world. And now I can't even think of a question.
I've got the questions. Now then, Tim. To locate the possible weaknesses in Earth's gravitational field, I should know the precise weight of the Earth at the moment of takeoff. June the 5th, 8 p.m., Greenwich time.
It is not weight. It is mass. Space is measured in mass. The precise mass of the Earth at launch time will be 6 sextillion, 588 quintillion, 821 trillion, 31,621,274,921 tons.
Fine.
843 pounds.
Wonderful, but...
3 ounces.
Well,
7 drams. Next question.
Well, that certainly is precise. Now then, if,
Hello. Speaking. Well, but it's my day off. Well, I just don't think it's fair that... Well, since you put it that way, all right, well, since Johnny can't make it, I'll just have to go down and cover for him, I guess. Yes, I'll be there. I'd be delighted to. Yeah, goodbye. Well, tough luck, Uncle Martin. I have to go down to the airport and interview some VIP. And since I have grown accustomed to eating regularly, I couldn't refuse.
well, I guess this will just have to wait.
Don't worry, I'll make it snappy.
Snappy. Great galaxies. Perish the thought.
Now, if we can get one more, Manuel. One more shot. See if you can get this one, okay? And Manuel, now that you're here in California, do you know where you'll be appearing?
Yeah, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Santa Barbara.
Pardon me, but there's a special flight due with DeWitt Merrick. Oh, never mind, thanks. I see him.
It really isn't very much. Won't take long.
Well, I wonder if we could get an action shot now. You know, dance step or something, sort of wrap it up. All right? Good, wonderful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much indeed, Manuel. Good.
He makes the final decision.
Yes, now, but would you say that he's ready to approve the appropriation to try to put a man on the moon?
Not until we're certain the moon's surface is vehicular supporting. Now, that is to say, we suspect a deep dust has been collecting from outer space for millions of years. We wouldn't want our rocket to sink into it.
Beneath a thin layer, the lunar surface is perfectly vehicular supporting.
Yes. I beg your pardon?
The sun heats the surface of the moon to 216 degrees Fahrenheit, and then the temperatures plunge to 251 degrees below zero during the lunar night. Now, the expansion from the heat and the contraction from the cold, 12 times a year, slightly more than 2.5 billion years, have compressed the lunar dust into a very solid pack.
Well, if you're right, then our only remaining problem is weight?
Fuel.
Really?
We could double our moon rocket's thrust by using a fuel composed of loxotetrabiazine.
Was that a fuel?
It is now. I just invented it. It is a volatile marriage between liquid oxygen, tetrol, bioxide, and benzene.
But can you combine tetrol and bioxide and live to talk about it?
You can if you use creon as a catalyst.
Well, of course.
Hi, fellas.
Where did that idea come from? Sir? Where did the idea come from?
Me?
Get a picture of him and both of them together.
Stop! Now, no pictures, no stories. Everything you've just heard is as of this moment classified information. What did you say your name was?
Tim O'Hara.
Would you raise your right hand, O'Hara? Do you solemnly swear to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States of America?
I do.
Greetings, O'Hara. You've just been drafted.
Tim O'Hara residence. Tim, where are you?
I regret to say, Uncle Martin, that my presence and whereabouts is classified.
Air Force One. You're in the president's personal jet, aren't you? Headed for Washington.
I'm sorry, but I can neither confirm nor deny that question.
Tim, you don't sound like yourself. You sound like... Oh, no. Tim, I want you to listen closely.
Yes, you have my complete attention.
It didn't work. He's jammed on. Tim, thank you for calling. I'm glad everything's all right and that you're feeling fine. I'm glad one of us is. If they should ask him just one question about Mars. Hello. Flight reservations, please. Yes, I'd like space on the next flight for Washington, D.C. The name is, Taylor. That's right. T, as in trouble.
What is m over 6 with a centrifugal energy impedance of 9?
3.7421. Salt, please.
It's incredible. Physics, chemistry, medicine. He knows everything.
Now, I take it that you're as impressed as I was with O'Hara's brilliance, and we can go ahead with our plans as scheduled. Now, in precisely 10 minutes, at 5 o'clock, Arthur Nelson will be here from the White House to confirm O'Hara's appointment as chief of our new space research program. Now, I might tell you that I believe Mr. Nelson will want to use this computing machine and ask O'Hara that one vital question that's been stymieing us all.
Project Galileo?
Well, after all, if we're in the business of exploring space, who could tell us more about Mars?
Yes, even my home address, including zip code. And only 10 minutes. Not terribly flattering, but I guess I can live with it until 5 o'clock.
Grab him!
I beg your pardon.
Lucky he didn't get out the door.
Would you mind not playing patty cake with my pockets? I've done nothing.
Being a spy is nothing, huh?
Spy?
Oh, come on, give it up. We know who you are. Leopold Dollar, the spy.
I had to pick somebody who came in out of the cold.
He's gone.
How could he?
He's in the vent.
Come on, we'll head him off at the main duct.
This is going to be a close shave. 2 ways.
Mr. O'Hara, Mr. Nelson.
How do you do? Mr. O'Hara, even though we've never met, I want you to know I've already discussed you with the president. You see, I know all about you.
That's all right. I know all about you, too. Your name is Arthur Nelson. You were born October 17th, 1906, and played center field for your high school baseball team.
Fantastic.
Not really. You only batted .281.
He's astounding.
Mr. and Mrs. Redmond, if you please. Now, O'Hara, at this moment, our government must make a tremendous decision. Now, what that machine is being programmed to ask you may change our entire space effort from the moon to Mars.
Did you say Mars?
Well, we don't expect the impossible now. We realize the time is a long way off before we make contact with an actual Martian.
I don't know how you got loose, but you're not going to do it again.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Now, Mr. O'Hara, what has been fed into the computer is all that we know about the atmosphere surrounding Mars. That basically is our problem.
Mars happens to be one of my favorite subjects. For example, if you're curious as to why the pictures in your last Mars probe did not point out specific details, 1.
Something's wrong.
You're the one. One more word from you, and I'd have been the one, all right. Tim, for the good of all concerned, I'm going to have to undo what I've done, and quickly.
May I ask why I must wear this red...
You can go to sleep, Tim. I'm sorry to take away your fun, but the world is not ready for the information that you possess. Now, when you awaken, Tim, all that information will be gone. You see, in order to be used properly, knowledge must be gained step by step, not given. They're coming back. Relax deeply, Tim. I'm going to have to step up the machine all the way.
The computer's back to normal.
He must have fixed it.
And then he took a nap. Now, that's amazing.
Before something else goes wrong, the question.
Please, the machine.
Mr. O'Hara, the question.
is a great moment in history.
Mr. O'Hara, what is it you're trying to say?
Horsey!
Did you say horsey?
Good heavens. I took away everything.
Mr. O'Hara, Tim's uncle?
I am. Is something wrong? He doesn't appear to know me.
A tragedy. A genius who burned brightly for one shining moment. The strain must have been too much for him. Tim, this is your uncle. This is your home.
Home?
Home.
Healthy.
I spoke to our psychiatrist. With some rest and proper care, Tim has a very good chance of regaining most of his former self. Of course, he'll never be the way he was. The world has lost a genius.
I'd rather think it's gaining a reporter.
Now, I know that you can't understand me, but for your one contribution for helping us with our rocket fuel on behalf of our government, thank you.
You're welcome.
Goodbye, Mr. O'Hara. Goodbye, son.
I think we'll have you back to normal in a moment. If you'll just sit down. Now, I want you to swallow this. No, it's not medicine. It's a Tim O'Hara pill, just for Timmy. It's going to make you exactly the same smart young man you once were, which will be just smart enough.
Yeah? I want a balloon.
All right. After you take this pill.
What am I doing sitting here?
Is that your only question?
Well, yeah. Except that you've been dry cleaned or something. All your spots are gone.
Yes, my allergy has faded, which means that I can continue my calculations. If you will excuse me now.
You know, Uncle Martin, just watching you work on some of these formulas and, well, some of the things that you do, you really make me feel sometimes sort of like a child.